Well, after being gone for like, what was it, 2 months? I think it's finally time I re-enter society and look at the world with open arms. Hello, world! Glad to see nothing has changed. Well, seeing as the world's in a crippling pandemic, I guess I have to find a way to entertain myself indoors. But, Jesus, how the hell will I do that? It's not like I have much to work with. Loud slurp. There has to be freaking something in here that can help me. Deadpool wallet. And batteries. I can make a whole video about changing batteries. I forgot that was in there. Useless gem, yeah, Actually, this does remind me of something that I used to watch back in middle school. You see, middle school was a fun time for me. I gained some weight, didn't hit puberty at all, didn't have a lot of friends, and didn't have to spray down my Triscuits before eating them. Yes, it was the glory days of playing Minecraft at 15 frames per second on a 2011 MacBook Pro. I mean, who wouldn't want that life? Around this time, I was heavily into console gaming, taking my time to play games like Sonic Colors, Super Mario RPG, and that one game by that angry nerd. So, naturally, I would look up things like walkthroughs, which would lead me to fan animations, which would lead me to sprite animations, which led me to one of the greatest things of my childhood.
Oh, it's so fucking good. I love it.
I remember stumbling upon this gem and not thinking twice about it. It was so freaking cool. The animation itself looks so clean to the point where it could have been official, but alas, it was not. Super Mario Bros. Z is the spawn of one named Mark Haynes, who also goes by Alvin Earthworm on Newgrounds. While he doesn't have much before the series started, his early work is still very good. Of course, when the series started, it kicked off with flying colors. It was very popular. But what made this series so popular? Surely people tried this sort of thing before. And in fact, they did. Many people combined the likes of Mario and Dragon Ball before, and while they haven't aged too well, they were the ones responsible for kicking the series into gear. However, what made this series stand out was the quality of the animation and rules of the universe. For 2006, this animation is very, very good. While today it might show its age, it's hard to really say that it's even bad to this day. It really stood out on its own, but what made it stand out even more was the mixing of this little blue f***ing rat here. Look at him, he ate my fucking garbage the other day. It's no secret that Super Mario Bros. Z has Sonic and Shadow team up with the Mario Brothers to stop Mecha Sonic. Animations in the past have made Mario and Sonic fight each other, but none have really made them team up against one big threat. The series does a great job of matching up these personalities to create one unique and interesting story. To sum it up quickly, the 7 Chaos Emeralds have been sent to Mario's world, and Mecha Sonic, a very overpowered Metal Sonic, is on the hunt for them. Mecha Sonic in Sonic's world nearly wiped out everybody, and it seems like he's willing to do it again just to get his hands on those tiny little emeralds. Look at them. They come in all shapes and colors. It's like Skittles. Taste the rainbow. You know, sometimes you can really appreciate overpowered murder-loving machinery, but Mecha Sonic's taste for chaos only serves as a great opposite to Mario and Sonic's love for protecting people. And even with that, you're creating a nice, unique, and very interesting story. But beyond that, Super Mario Bros. Z combines a lot of mix and match sprites from different games and other various places to create one unique style. Every scene has sprite work from not only many different games, but some are even customized and very well edited. Looking at you, Fire Sonic. That shit's just cool as frick. For some sprites, it's clear to see why they were used, like Sonic and Shadow sprites from Sonic Battle and Sonic Advance. I mean, they already had all their punches and kicks and whatnot, so I'm assuming not much work had to be done when it came to those. A more questionable choice of sprites are the ones from Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga for the Mario Brothers. While they are from an RPG, the Mario Brothers don't have a lot of sprites to work in various scenarios. However, these sprites actually weren't the first choice. Originally, Mark was going to use the Mario and Luigi sprites from Super Mario World. I think it's clear as to why he didn't use these though. They don't really mix well with Sonic and Shadow, and honestly, they're not as vibrant or as expressive as the ones from Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. Plus, their simplicity makes them easier to edit, allowing for custom sprites for things like many power-ups used throughout the series and fighting. And the fighting! Man, that was one of the bigger highlights of the series. I mean, it's really hard to say they were anything short of amazing. When you really look into these fights and try to break them down, you see the genius thinking Mark Haynes truly has. While there are many, many great examples of good fight choreography, none are as prevalent as episode 6, Brawl on a Vanishing Island. A 3-way fight on Yoshi's Island that is just pure f***ing greatness. This episode highlights what is, in my opinion, the peak of animation quality for the series, and how each character's personality shines through with their fighting style. Mario and Luigi are more floaty, with Luigi usually getting hits based on other members straight up using him. Yoshi is also floaty, but a little bit more fast-paced as he has the flutter jump and his tongue. Sonic is fast-paced, always running while fighting and keeping his cocky attitude. And Shadow is full-on aggressive, using his abilities like Chaos Control and Spear, and remaining cool while doing it. It's these personalities and use of environmental hazards with power-ups that keeps the episode fresh, as the whole thing is really one big fight. It's like one nice hill. At the bottom, it's the beginning with Wario and Waluigi. It slowly ranks itself up more and more, and at the top, we see the Axum Rangers using the cannon, and Mecha Sonic intervening, and then it starts to settle down as they get back to the Mushroom Kingdom in the nick of time. Many have said that this right here is the best episode of the series, and I can see why. It's just a lot of action wrapped up into one kick-ass episode. And you know what? This episode really shows why people love this series to begin with. The fighting, the story, the characters were a big reason as to why this series, still to this day, is talked about. If anything, he set the bar for quality sprite animation, and I think he's the best at this kind of stuff. Just look at when Mario or Luigi use power-ups. Those are all custom made, with my favorite being Hammer Mario. And let's not forget one of the best moments in this series being Fire Sonic. Well, before it probably did exist in some form, Mark Haynes really popularized it, as it's the first image on Google when you look it up. What also makes this so unique is the rules that it follows. Characters like Sonic, Shadow, Bowser, Peach, and any other supporting character all talk and have dialogue boxes. The only ones who don't have them are Mario and Luigi. They speak through their Italian gibberish and voice clips, and that's really ballsy in my opinion. Most fan animations have Mario talk because why not? He never talks in the game. It's your animation. You can do whatever you want. The box is broken. You can break the boundaries. Welcome to Boundary Break, everybody. But in doing that, you're making him feel like he's not Mario. He's more like Moria because he can talk. And Mario doesn't talk. Here, Mario being silent not only makes him feel more like Mario, but his personality shines through even more. I mean, it's not like he had much of one to begin with in like the actual games, but Mark did a really good job of giving him one that fits the character well. And of course, the series did end on a cliffhanger for unknown reasons, but I don't really think that matters anymore, because Mark Haynes, the daddy himself, decided to pull right out of the oven a fresh, steamy, hot, brand new reboot, and it is very nice. Now, I understand why there was a reboot instead of a continuation. Episode 8 came out in 2009, and by the time Mark was ready to work on the series again, many years had passed. With new advancements in technology and video-based platforms rising up in popularity as others became obsolete, it just made way more sense to do a reboot, with YouTube being the new home for it as well. And let's just say things improved a whole lot. Mark Haynes continues to set the bar with his animation. So much little detail, and the improvement from episode 8 to this reboot episode 1 can clearly be seen. I very much like the close-ups of the characters. These were in the old series as well, but they fit much better here in my opinion. The animated text here is also so much better, along with the font choice being different. The man has come a long way since the first episode of the original series, and I am very much excited to see where this new one brings us. You can go to his Twitter to see frequent updates on the next episode, and Mark, if you are watching this, keep doing what you're doing, man. You created something truly great, and I really hope Nintendo doesn't bite you in the ass for this. Because, they have a fucking track record with that shit. I remember being in awe the first time I ever laid eyes on this series, and looking back on it now, I can still look in awe. The amount of detail and attention that this series got is insane. It's truly, like, inspiring. And that's what Mark really did with this series. One guy created this whole thing, and he inspired countless others to create their own work, whether that be sprite animation or anything else. Now, while some inspired work might have been a little, plagiaristic, you can't deny the fact that other works were really just remarkable. I mean, this guy inspired me to do a lot of the shit I did when I was little, you know, creating my own little videos, and even doing this. While I can't say it's a direct inspiration, I can definitely say that I wouldn't be doing it alone. You know, I wouldn't think I could do it alone without something like this. And it's really great. And you know what? This series has inspired me to do more, you know? I mean, I haven't been doing anything these past 2 months, but now I'm gonna kick this shit into gear. I'm gonna get the gears turning. And first starting with this gemstone, I'm gonna sculpt it into something. I mean, just look how cool it is. It's like glowing and stuff, and every time I touch it, I see a little bit of what I become into the future, and it's horrible. Every night, I can't go to sleep.
The demons, they're always there. They're always looking at me. No, I say, get back. You can't touch my Lucky Charms, no. No, they're mine. You can't, I don't want you to, I want you to leave. No. Hey, is this thing glowing more than usual?
Huh. What? Ha!
You're gonna pay for this!
Can a guy catch a break? Oh, yeah! Guess not.
No more playing around, you're mine! Thanks for the Chaos Emerald!
It's fucking 10 a.m. I'm waking people up. Oh my god. God. That's good to be back.